Surveillance used to be something that was hard to do. It was expensive, time-consuming, labour-intensive, and often wasted that money, time and labour in producing nothing of real value. And for that reason, it was embarked upon with extreme reluctance. Surveillance was only employed when the considerable resources committed to it were likely to produce results, or that the threat was so serious that the expenditure could be justified. Dipping into any John le Carré novel reveals teams of watchers ensconced in empty properties, parked cars and disguised vans, with a panoply of cameras and other clumsy recording equipment. Surveilling a moving target consumed even more resources, with extra teams of followers and decoys that could be withdrawn and replaced as soon as the watcher had been spotted, or blown, to use le Carré's vernacular. Not so today. With the advent of ubiquitous CCTV on our streets, ANPR on our highways, plus the trackability that we all unwittingly provide courtesy of our so-called smartphones, surveillance has never been easier or cheaper, and consequently it has never been more widespread. But there were other, more important reasons as to why surveillance was rarely used. There was a reason as to why a judge had to sign a wiretap warrant, rather than leaving it up to the discretion of the policeman concerned. It was because invisible surveillance was considered an outrageous intrusion into the private life of a citizen. Why? Because you wouldn't want it to happen to you. It's the same reason that we view peeping Toms as the complete creeps that they are. And that reason is that to observe somebody unseen is to alter the power balance between the watcher and the watched. The watcher has the advantage, particularly when the watched cannot watch back, which is the very essence of surveillance. In this way, it removes the agency of the watched and enhances that of the watcher. The watcher becomes more powerful and the watched correspondingly less so. During the Cold War, the two superpowers came to an agreement that each side could and would surveil each other, so that one side could not prepare for war without the other side knowing. In coming to this agreement, it was acknowledged that the two parties were equals. In modern Britain, no such concord exists. The power of the watcher, the state, is absolute. That of the watched, negligible, if at all. Of course, we are not always under surveillance by the state, but the nature of this arrangement means that we could be, at any time, although we will never know when. And since we never do know when we are being watched and when we are not, it has the effect of making us alter our behaviour, even when we are not being monitored. This efficiency is an unearned bonus for the state, making dedicated, targeted surveillance of individuals unnecessary for wholesale compliance. In this way, surveillance removes moral agency from the citizen and replaces it with something else. Fear. Fearful people do things, or refrain from doing things, not because they are right or wrong, but merely because they are afraid of being caught. Surveillance doesn't, as some claim, make us better. It makes us worse. Surveillance makes us less than human. In fact, it makes us inhuman.